Yeah. So if this oceanic crust is moving, that means it will ultimately lead to the movement in the continents as well. So possibly, maybe it's because of this ocean floor displacement there has been a continent too. There has been a drift in the continents too. That has further added the drift theory. That has further added the Alfred Wegener's drift. Here we have a fuller further addition is keep on going on. Means first you read, you will go with these, and you find your lectures, add with your lecture. Similar process is on foundational. I'm the Wagner. You must be Arthur Holmes or Harry Haas to add in your add in, so that foundational learning, right? All of these theories actually, relates with the central idea of alpha. Moving ahead, the next remarkable foundational theory which has been justified, Wagner, which has justified the mental convectional current, this also justified Seafloor spreading theory, and the name of that plate tectonics, plate tectonic theory. So let's have a deep dive on this specific theory, plate tectonic theory. So the aspect which were provided by Wagner were continuous theory, horizontal displacement of continents. The idea provided by MCC, Arthur Holmes Mantle Convection, that was also taken as a reference in this particular theory. Seafloor spreading, that it is because of the oceanic movement there is a continental movement, that was also taken as a reference for this particular theory. Ultimately, we have new specialized theory which was being posted. Age is the age of, imagine prior to 1970 is what would, like what would the level of our earth or as horizontal display. I geography new subject science as well of universe. So moving ahead, so as per this particular theory, this theory stated that the lithosphere, I hope you remember that model classification, core and crust. So as per this theory, the lithosphere is actually broken into the smaller parts. Those smaller parts you termed as plates. So lithosphere is broken in larger plates, and these plates are actually floating over semi-molten asthenosphere. I hope you remember. And is the asthenosphere which actually provide the impact of that mental convectional current, those who are rising from mental. And it is because of that there is a conveyor belt. It is because of that there is a drifting, there is a movement in continent. So here you can see in this way, this particular image, you can like the rising blue one is cool, red one is hot, and then you can crust, and when there is a movement in the crust, the cracked, the crust used to cracked, there will be a some sort of plant forms, there will be some sort of changes formed here. Moving ahead. So according to the plate tectonics theory, this is how the earth, or let's say broken into the plates. We have continental plates and ocean. Continental plates are those plates which are on the land, and however there are about what the part of continent it is can be submerged under the water. have a clarity. Oceanography. So the lithosphere or the earth is divided into the number of plates. All of these plates while packed of conveyor belt, no movement of how there. Here you can see that we it's South Africa. The South Africa major part is continental. African plate is continental. Part. So we have plate as well. Okay. Right. So there are two set of plates. It equivalent to the crust. Word previous theory used, that word was actually in previous theories in mental convection currents. So this crust is similar as plate in this plate tectonic. So we have a two set, continental plate and we have a simple. Where we have a continents or the landmass which we are actually living, that part which is simple. So continental plate will have a thickness which is ranging from 30 kilometers. This ocean have a 5 to then like continental plate is comprised of nitric plate, Baltic, SIMA and the SIAL. It means silicate and aluminium, silicate and magnesium. Oceanic plate is heavy. Continental plate is young basically. Hope you remember the mid. Based on that, what we can say, plate is young, the continental plate is, and this oceanic plate is very denser. That for the have a clarity. And yes, like this will going beyond. No, float would not be appropriate. This will going to remain above the ocean plate continent. So the earth crust or the lithosphere is divided into number of small or major and minor plates. We could have a two set of plates. We could moving ahead. So as per this particular theory, as per this interaction among these plates, and interaction is there because of the mental. Remember that in this the earth is divided into the number of different plates, and below these plates we have these mental convectional currents. Don't know about this, don't know about the which or from which they are coming, but we know that yes, the actually led to the movement in these all of plates used to interact with each other. Some maybe move towards each other, some might be move away from each other, some might have parallel of distance, parallel. So it's because of these currents which are actually impacting on these large land. So here you can see one of the resemblance of this. So as here you can see that this current which for the oceanic ridge, then current led to the portion of plate lies below continental one because oceanic plate is heavy. oceanic plate more dense as that of the continent, sink beneath the continent. So when it will going to sink, we used to call this process as subduction. When we have a continental plate and oceanic plate, when they are moving together, or let's say towards each other, because of the mental operating currents, when they are interacting, the oceanic, this is continental. So when they are interacting, because it's heavy one, that will subduct beneath the continental one. Continental will hold, some sort of force will be, yes, with the ocean. There will be some sort of subduction and many other things. So this is how we have a kind of. So uh, plates are there. Plates will interact with each other because of the convectional current, and these interaction will happen as the boundaries. And yes, because of this interaction, there will be an earthquake, there will be a volcanoes, there will be a mountain building, there will be oceanic trenches, there will be islands, there will be archipelagos which formed as a result of interaction of plates, primarily by all part part more deep dive. Study hard. Take care. Bye bye.